Have you ever stopped to think about how much your date of birth can reveal about who you are and where your life is destined to go? Numerology, one of the oldest spiritual sciences, teaches us that numbers have a unique and vibrant energy. And your birthday number is not just a milestone in the calendar, but a gateway to understanding your spiritual purpose. In this video, we'll explore how your birthday number carries information about your essence, your challenges, and the spiritual archetype you've come to manifest in this world. At each step, you will realize that your number is not just a mathematical detail, but an expression of the universe. Imagine that each number is like a symbol, a key that unlocks doors to different dimensions of your soul. From the vibrant energy of the number 1 to powerful master numbers like 11, 22, and 33, each one represents a unique spiritual archetype. It's no coincidence that certain dates make us feel a special connection or that we repeat patterns throughout our lives. Our birthday number gives us precious clues about all this. Have you ever felt that there is a greater purpose to your existence, but you can't clearly define it? Perhaps you've experienced moments when the path seems hazy or even disconnected. This is where numerology can become your ally. By understanding your birthday number, you can access insights into your natural talents, life lessons, and even how to face your deepest challenges. Over the course of this video, we'll dive into this fascinating universe together. First, you'll learn how to calculate your birthday number simply. Next, we'll explore the spiritual meanings of each number and how they influence your journey. We'll talk about how to turn this information into daily practices and how to overcome the difficulties that these numbers can point to. Get ready for a journey of self-discovery, because by the end of this content, you'll be equipped not just with a number, but with a deep understanding of yourself and how the universe is in sync with your existence. So take a deep breath and open your mind to what comes next. Every detail of your birthday number is waiting to be deciphered. Are you ready to discover what it has to say about you? Numbers have fascinated humanity for centuries, not just as mathematical tools, but as symbols of something greater, something that transcends physical reality. In spirituality, numbers are seen as vibrations that carry deep meanings and reveal universal patterns. Within this context, numerology emerges as a bridge between the visible and the invisible, between the material and the spiritual. Numerology is based on the idea that each number has a unique energy that affects behavior, choices, and even the way we face life's challenges. But what makes this so powerful? It's the connection between the microcosm, the individual, and the macrocosm, the universe. Just as each star in the sky plays its part in the cosmos, each number also has a function within the human journey. When we look at a birthday number, we're not just seeing a date. We're looking at a combination of energies that align to shape who you are and how you interact with the world. In numerology, this combination is known as the destiny number or life number, and it represents the spiritual archetype you embody. Spiritual archetypes and numbers. Spiritual archetype is like an energetic pattern that shapes our way of being. Think of universal concepts like the leader, the healer, the creator, or the master. These roles transcend cultures and eras, and numbers are a symbolic language that represents them. For example, the number 1 is associated with the leader, initiative, and pioneering. The number 7 reflects the spiritual seeker, someone in constant search of knowledge and deep understanding. The master numbers, 11, 22, and 33, represent higher archetypes linked to wisdom, the construction of great ideas, and altruistic service. Each number on your birthday is like a spiritual guide, pointing out directions about who you can become and what potentials you carry. More than that, it also reveals the challenges you will encounter, as each energy has its light and shadow side. Numbers in everyday life, numerology isn't just theoretical, it's present in every aspect of our lives. Think about how often certain numbers appear to you. Perhaps you repeatedly see the number 3 or feel drawn to odd numbers. These patterns are not coincidences. They are signs that certain energies are more active or in resonance with you at that moment. For example, a person whose birthday reduces to 5 may feel a constant desire for freedom, to try new things, and to seek adventure. However, if this energy is not well balanced, it can translate into a lack of focus or difficulty establishing roots. Similarly, someone with the number 9 as their spiritual base may feel called to help others and work on greater causes. This impulse, however, can lead to emotional exhaustion if the person doesn't learn to take care of themselves. Numerology. As a tool for self-discovery, the energy of numbers also helps bring clarity about specific situations. For example, are you in doubt about an important decision? Your number can reveal which choices are most in line with your essence. Going through a challenging period, the number can point to the lesson you are meant to learn at this time. Feeling disconnected or purposeless, your number can remind you of your unique strengths and gifts. Numerology offers us a mirror where we can see not only who we are, but also who we are destined to become. It gives us the tools to align our actions with our greater purpose, helping us to live more authentically and meaningfully. Connection. With the universe above all, numbers show us how we are connected to something bigger. They remind us that the universe operates in patterns and cycles, and that we are part of this grand scheme. Your birthday number is like a cosmic signature, a confirmation that you are exactly where you are supposed to be, and that the universe is in sync with your journey. In the coming chapters, we'll explore how to calculate your number and understand the specific meanings of each one. But for now, reflect on the power of the numbers around you. Which number has been appearing frequently in your life? How might it be guiding you on your journey? Now that we understand the importance and power of numbers in spirituality, it's time to take the first step towards discovering the number that defines your spiritual archetype, the life number. It is calculated from your date of birth and is considered the essence of the energy that guides your journey through this existence. The good news is that calculating your life number is simple and accessible to everyone. All you have to do is add up the digits of your date of birth until you reduce it to a single number between 1 and 9, or to the master numbers 11, 22, or 33. Here is the detailed process. Suppose your date of birth is 15/08/1992. Start by adding up the digits of the day, 1 plus 5 or 6. Then add up the digits of the month, 0 plus 8 are 8. Now add up the digits of the year, 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 2 or 21. Reduce the total for the year to a single number, 2 plus 1 are 3. Finally, add together the results for the day, month and year. 6 plus 8 plus 3, 17. Reduce again until you get a single number, 1 plus 7 by 8. This person's life number is 8, representing the energy of power, achievement, and material leadership. Let's take another example. If your date of birth is 11/11/1983, you have to add up the day, 1 plus 1 to 2, the month, 1 plus 1 to 2, and the year, 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 3, so 21, 2 plus 1 to 3. The final sum will be 2 plus 2 plus 3, 7. In this case, the life number is 7, indicating an archetype of introspection, spiritual search, and wisdom. Now note one exception. If in the process of reducing you reach 11, 22, or 33, don't reduce them again. These numbers are known as master numbers and carry a higher spiritual vibration. 11 is the master visionary, 22 is the master builder, and 33 is the master healer or spiritual teacher. Master numbers indicate greater challenges and responsibilities, but also immense potential for spiritual growth and collective impact. Your life number works like a spiritual map. It reveals the natural talents you possess, the lessons you have, and come to learn, and the path to fully manifesting your purpose. By understanding your number, you connect with the archetype that best reflects your essence and begin to see patterns in your life that previously went unnoticed. For example, a person with life number 1 often feels a calling to lead and break new ground, but may face challenges related to fear of failure or self-sufficiency. Someone with a life number of 4 is naturally disciplined and focused on building solid foundations, but may struggle with excessive control or rigidity. After calculating your life number, take a few moments to reflect on it. Ask yourself, does this number reflect something you already feel about your personality or purpose? What aspects of the archetype seem challenging to you? How can you begin to integrate this energy into your daily life? A simple practice is to dedicate a day to observing how the energy of your number manifests itself in your routine. If your number is 6, for example, see how your search for harmony and caring for others shows up in your interactions. If it's 9, observe how your compassion and desire to make a difference guide your choices. Although the life number is fundamental, it is not the only spiritual influence in numerology. Other important numbers, such as the expression number and the soul number, complement this understanding. But the life number is the most powerful starting point, as it encapsulates your essence and purpose clearly and directly. In the next chapter, we'll explore the specific spiritual meanings of each number. This will allow you to deepen your connection with the archetype revealed by your life number and discover how it can transform your spiritual journey. Now that you know how to calculate your life number, it's time to dive into the spiritual meanings of each number. Each one carries a unique vibration that reflects the characteristics, challenges, and potentials that make up your spiritual archetype. Whichever number guides your journey, it has a balance between light and shadow, offering you the opportunity to grow and evolve. Number 1 is the archetype of the leader. It represents independence, initiative, and the courage to break new ground. People guided by the 1 have a pioneering energy and an innate desire to leave their mark on the world. However, their challenge lies in balancing individualism and the tendency to isolate themselves emotionally. The lesson of the 1 is to learn to lead with empathy and collaboration. Number 2 is the archetype of the diplomat. It symbolizes harmony, cooperation, and emotional sensitivity. People with this energy have a strong sense of balance and are naturally mediators. However, the shadow side of 2 can manifest as indecision and emotional dependence. The lesson here is to trust your intuition and recognize your inner strength without depending on the approval of others. Number 3 represents the archetype of the communicator or creator. It is associated with artistic expression, joy, and creativity. People guided by 3 find it easy to communicate and inspire others, but this energy can also lead to superficiality or dispersion. The lesson of the 3 is to learn to focus your creative energy and go deeper into emotional connections. Number 4 is the archetype of the builder. It represents stability, discipline, and practicality. Individuals with this number tend to be dedicated workers, focused on creating solid foundations for the future. The challenge of 4 is to deal with rigidity and resistance to change. The spiritual lesson is to find a balance between structure and flexibility. Number 5 is the archetype of the adventurer. It symbolizes freedom, versatility, and love of life. People with this energy seek out new and challenging experiences. However, the shadow of the 5 can manifest as a lack of focus or constant restlessness. The spiritual lesson is to learn to channel your exploratory energy in a constructive way. Number 6 is the archetype of the guardian or healer. It is associated with care, responsibility, and the search for harmony. People guided by the 6 have a deep desire to help others and create a peaceful environment. However, the shadow side can lead to over-concern or self-sacrifice. The lesson here is to learn to balance the needs of others with your own. Number 7 represents the archetype of the spiritual seeker. It symbolizes introspection, wisdom, and the search for the deeper meaning of life. Individuals with this energy are naturally reflective and connected to the spiritual world. However, the shadow of the 7 can lead to isolation and a tendency to be overly critical. The spiritual lesson is to learn to trust the flow of life and balance your inner connection with the outer world. Number 8 is the archetype of the realizer. It represents power, authority, and material success. People with this energy have a natural ability to lead and manifest their goals. The challenge of the 8 lies in dealing with the imbalance between ambition and ethics, or between the material and the spiritual. The spiritual lesson is to use your strength for the greater good without losing sight of your inner values. Number 9 is the archetype of the humanitarian. It symbolizes compassion, altruism, and a vision of service to the world. People with this energy have a strong connection to larger causes and a deep desire to make a difference. However, the shadow side of 9 can manifest as extreme self-sacrifice or difficulty letting go of the past. The spiritual lesson is to embrace the present while sharing your gifts with the world. The master numbers 11, 22, and 33 bring higher spiritual vibrations and significant responsibilities. Number 11 is the master visionary, associated with intuition, enlightenment, and spiritual inspiration. Its lesson lies in learning to balance its intense energy in order to manifest its visions in the physical world. Number 22, the master builder, combines spiritual vision with practical skills. Their mission is to create something lasting that benefits humanity, but the challenge is to maintain confidence in the face of great responsibilities. Number 33, the master healer or spiritual teacher carries the energy of universal compassion. Their mission is to help others reach their highest spiritual potential, but their lesson lies in balancing their desire to serve with self-care. Each number has its beauty and challenges, but what really matters is how you choose to integrate these energies into your life. Your life number doesn't determine your destiny. It serves as a guide to help you understand your essence and navigate the ups and downs of the journey. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to transform the spiritual archetype of your number into practical and meaningful actions. Knowing your life number is just the beginning. It reveals a powerful spiritual archetype, but like any guide, it only makes sense when applied to your personal journey. In this chapter, we'll explore how to turn the meaning of your number into a living practice, helping you to align your actions and decisions with your deepest essence. Each number has an energy that can be cultivated on a daily basis. Let's start by understanding how to integrate these vibrations into your life. If your number is 1, for example, your archetype as a leader asks you to allow yourself to take initiatives, take risks, and trust in the power of your ideas. However, this doesn't just mean leading big projects, but also pioneering in simple areas such as resolving conflicts or starting new positive habits. For those guided by 2, the energy of diplomacy and harmony can be applied to practices such as meditation, which helps to balance emotions, or actively listening to others to strengthen relationships. Small actions, such as trying to resolve disagreements calmly, are already steps towards living the diplomat archetype. If your number is 3, which is linked to creativity and expression, finding time for artistic hobbies or exploring new ways of communicating, such as writing or public speaking, can be transformative. The communicator's energy flourishes in environments where expression is valued, whether in social circles or at work. For 4, the builder, the key is to create stability and purpose. Organizing your finances, planning for the future, and establishing healthy routines reflect the essence of this archetype. However, flexibility is also essential. Allow yourself to adjust plans when necessary, learning that changes are also part of building something lasting. Those with 5 as their spiritual guide should embrace adventure in a balanced way. Allow yourself to explore the new, such as learning a different skill or traveling, but keep a central focus on your bigger goals. For the adventurer, the practice of bringing small doses of novelty into everyday life is a way of balancing the desire for freedom with the need for consistency. For the 6, the guardian, taking care of yourself is just as important as taking care of others. Set aside time for activities that promote your well-being, such as a walk in the fresh air or time for relaxing hobbies. Cultivating harmony at home or in your relationships is a practical way of living the essence of the guardian without overloading yourself. If your number is 7, connect with your introspective side through spiritual practices such as meditation, reading sacred texts, or moments of solitude. The spiritual seeker finds strength in silence and reflection, but remember to balance this energy with interactions that bring practical learning from the outside world. For the 8, the achiever, the mission is to turn ambition into positive impact. Use your leadership skills to support meaningful causes or create projects that benefit others. Cultivating generosity, whether at work or in your personal life, is a powerful way of balancing the material energy of the 8 with their spiritual responsibility. The 9, the humanitarian, flourishes by serving others. Practice acts of kindness on a daily basis, such as offering help or listening to someone with empathy. In addition, dedicating yourself to projects or causes that benefit larger communities is a way of living your altruistic energy to the full. 4. Master numbers 11, 22, and 33. The practice is to learn to balance the intensity of your spiritual energies. The 11 should channel their intuition into creative projects or activities that inspire others. The 22 should seek to transform great visions into tangible realities, focusing on planning and execution. The 33 finds purpose in serving as an example of compassion and unconditional support, but without forgetting to take care of themselves. Regardless of your number, an essential practice is to reflect daily on how the energies of your archetype are manifesting in your life. Try writing a diary in which you write down actions, challenges, and learnings related to your number. For example, a person with the number 3 might write about how they express their creativity during the day, while someone with the number 6 might record moments when they managed to create harmony in their relationships. By consciously applying the lessons and gifts of your number, you begin to see subtle but profound changes in your life. Your spiritual journey becomes more aligned with your essence, and you realize that the universe is always working in your favor. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to deal with the spiritual challenges that each number can bring, so that you can turn blockages into growth. Every spiritual archetype brings with it not only gifts, but also challenges that reflect areas where we need to grow and evolve. These challenges are like mirrors, pointing out our fears, insecurities, or patterns of behavior that, when faced, help us access the full potential of our life number. In this chapter, we'll explore how numerology can reveal and help overcome these obstacles. Number 1, for example, may face difficulties related to loneliness or the pressure of taking on too many responsibilities alone. The strong leadership energy of the 1 can sometimes turn into individualism, causing the person to disconnect from others. To overcome this, it's essential to learn to ask for help and cultivate relationships based on collaboration, rather than carrying all the weight alone. For number 2, the challenge lies in balancing their emotional sensitivity. Their diplomatic and peaceful nature can lead to difficulty in setting limits, resulting in exhaustion or frustration. The key to overcoming this obstacle lies in learning to say no when necessary and recognizing that prioritizing oneself is also an act of love. Number 3 can face the trap of dispersion or superficiality. With so much creative and communicative energy, it's easy for 3s to start many projects without finishing any. To overcome this, it's important to practice focus and create a system that allows you to channel your creativity consistently and effectively. Number 4, with its quest for stability, can fall victim to rigidity and resistance to change. Often, 4s cling so tightly to security that they miss opportunities to grow. The practice of embracing the unexpected and trusting the flow of life is essential for overcoming this blockage. Meditation or practices that promote mental flexibility can be especially useful. Number 5 can feel caught between the desire for freedom and the difficulty in establishing roots. Their incessant search for novelty can lead to constant dissatisfaction or a lack of direction. To overcome this, the 5 needs to find balance, committing to projects that bring purpose while still exploring their need for adventure. Number 6 faces challenges linked to excessive responsibility. Their tendency to look after others can lead to neglecting their own needs. To overcome this imbalance, the 6 must practice self-care as a priority, remembering that they can only fully help others when they are in balance with themselves. Number 7, with its introspective energy, can fall into the trap of isolation or over-analysis. Their search for profound answers can alienate them from human interactions or make them overly critical. To overcome this blockage, the 7 must cultivate moments of social connection and remember that answers can also be found in relationships and shared experiences. Number 8 often faces the challenge of balancing the material and the spiritual. The quest for success and recognition can lead to a disconnection from inner values or burnout. Overcoming this requires a redefinition of success, where positive impact and personal values are prioritized. Practices such as gratitude and giving can help reconnect the 8 to their higher purpose. Number 9, with its strong connection to altruism, may find it difficult to let go of the past or of people who don't share the same ideals. To overcome this, the 9 must learn to let go of what no longer serves their growth, trusting that their true purpose lies in the present. The master numbers 11, 22, and 33 bring even more complex challenges related to the weight of their high energy. The 11 can feel anxious or confused about how to manifest their visions, while the 22 can be overwhelmed by the size of their goals. 33, on the other hand, may feel caught between the need to serve and emotional exhaustion. For all of them, practicing balance and constant self-care are fundamental. Regardless of your number, the most important thing is to recognize that challenges are not permanent obstacles but opportunities for growth. When faced with courage and awareness, they become the portals to access the deepest lessons of your spiritual journey. In the next chapter, we'll consolidate everything we've learned and conclude with a call to action so that you can apply the transformative power of numerology in your life. Throughout this journey, we've explored how your birthday number is more than just a date marking your arrival into the world. It is a key to deciphering the spiritual archetype that guides your essence and life purpose. From discovering your life number to understanding the unique meanings of each number and the challenges they present to practical application in everyday life, it became clear that numerology is a powerful tool for self-discovery and transformation. Numbers show us that everything in the universe is connected by patterns, cycles, and vibrations. Knowing what your number represents is like discovering a map that reveals previously invisible paths. It's the opportunity to better understand your natural talents, the challenges you've come to overcome, and how to live a life more in line with who you really are. No matter what your number is, it carries both lessons and gifts, and how you choose to use this knowledge is what really makes the difference. Now, the most important question: what will you do with this information? Self-knowledge is only the first step. Transformation happens when you decide to act on what you've learned. Maybe you've already identified patterns in your life that make sense in light of your number. Or maybe you've noticed areas you need to work on to unlock your true potential. Regardless of where you are on your journey, remember that the universe always places before you the tools and opportunities you need to grow. To take this learning forward, start integrating the lessons from your number into your routine today. Take a moment to reflect on how the characteristics of your archetype are present in your actions, thoughts, and decisions. Ask yourself, am I living according to the purpose revealed by my number? Am I facing challenges in a conscious and transformative way? Remember that even difficult moments are part of your growth, and each step taken with intention brings you closer to your best version. If you haven't already, share your experience with others. Talking about what you've discovered can not only reinforce your learning, but also inspire others to explore their own spiritual journey through numerology. We are all connected, and when we share our stories and learnings, we create an impact that goes beyond ourselves. Finally, remember that numerology is just one of many tools for the spiritual journey. Combine what you've learned here with other practices that resonate with you, such as meditation, therapy, or studying other spiritual traditions. The most important thing is to keep exploring, growing, and connecting with the greater purpose the universe has for you. Now it's up to you to take the next step. What will it be? May this be the beginning of a journey of self-discovery and fulfillment, guided by the transformative power of numbers. The universe is with you.